So this is the file. We're trying to read this file with the help of mapping sheet we created here. And whenever you create the catch block, right, immediately add what I have to add? Correct. So get last error we have to put immediately. So first step what we did, so we have taken the EDA string and we converted as a by using the schema we converted as a document, and from the document you got the header values and we have to read the header values. So now, so if you come up here, so this is what you got it, correct? And from this ISA is a list, from ISA GS is a list, correct? And from GS ST is the list. For reference I will run one more time the service. I pass the input string as my EDA document, and this is what I got it, ISA 0. Inside ISA 0, so these are delimiters if you want, and it directly see the ISA related elements. And then GS, are we reading anything from the GS segment? All right, so we need IS and ST segment also, we are not reading. Okay, we need it. Looks like some connectivity issues. Undep data. So undep data is the one like should be having the body without your actual data. Now, so we'll read the ISA segment. So why did I took the loop?
You should come now, document by document.
For which one?
EDA strings has to become the documents will be many, right?
Correct. So here ISA is a list element, right? So if you loop over the list element, then only you'll be able to come like how many you have. So in real time you don't know like how you will get it. So you may get like single ISA or like multiple ISAs also. But most of the times you'll get the single ISA. Input array. Now you see that ISA is a single element, correct? You have created output, yes, pure canonical, right? Sender which segment? ISA 06, correct? See, ISA 06 is a document. I cannot directly map ISA 06 to sender. So I will open, inside this there will be code. This code will add to sender. And then receiver. Receiver will check from the area message. 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08. Okay, pivot date is this 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09. If you need the time also, you can capture from here. This is the time. Here you have the full date 2010 11 27. Here 10 11 27. The form of YYDDM, sorry, YYMMDD. Okay. And then ISN number from this to 09, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you can see the same, the last also. 13, right? So now I have the header values. So I'll save my code. I'll check whether I'm capturing all the values properly or not. Sender. Correct? Receiver. Correct? Pivot date. ISN number. So we're capturing perfectly. So no issues now. So now what I do? So I want to check which transaction we are working on. For that purpose, so inside ISA, so you may receive the multiple GS segments. Getting it? So what I need to do? I have to loop over again. Go one by one. Inside GS, I may have multiple ST segments also. Correct? GS, under GS I will be having the multiple STs. So this is what we are looking for. My package navigators. I'll tell you why I created the service. So what I have to do it here, I have to check which transaction I'm working on. So I don't like till now it's a header elements only, right? So you don't know which transaction. Based on the transaction only, you have to start doing your mapping. So all the headers will be same for all the transactions. But if you go inside the body, okay, so you should be knowing the transaction. Based on the transaction only, you have to convert by using that particular transaction schema. So for that, like where do you find the transaction name? So you'll find out from ST01. Okay, so this will be your transaction name. So inside this, I will check. ISA. Inside ISA we have GS. And inside GS we have ST. And then sorry. Hmm?
Switch.
Huh. Switch. If it is 850, then we have to call the 850 service. For this, we have to do one more thing. So till now, what we have, like here, we have only header, right? And this undef data. So we have the remaining undefined data. So you have to extract this data and again you have to convert that by using the 850 schema. Correct. So you have, so this is your actual 850 data. Okay. So from here, so you'll see your data related to 850. So till now what we have handled is only the header part. So by using by taking this data and using 850 schema, you have to start mapping again for the like PO details and then line details. So for order to get this one, so you actually if you go to your 850 schema 4010, it starts from ST. Okay. So what we do here, we have multiples, right? Okay, good. We take multiple ST and we can convert it instead of going with the loop. No. So we'll change back the, let it be. You control S. There will be one more built-in service because we have to append ST segments to this, correct? So you have only, wait. This actual data is starting from BEG, correct?
Yeah.
You have to put starting ST and ending SC. Oh, yeah. Okay, starting from VAG, and we are missing the ST and SC segment in the end. So we have to append it, right? So there is one built-in service called the extract EDI. Just the service. Give me a second. This is the one. Sorry, I forgot that. See, right? Reverse.
ST.
Sorry, one sec. I'll quickly go through the document and we'll come. Get EDI string. How come? This is our regular EDA string, right? Not working properly. Hmm. Is in unadapted. Hmm. So we have to give all. Okay. ST 850 to last. What I did is like I used the TDI get TDI string service and I gave the header value that whatever we converted here the coming document, right? So document I gave it as a input to this and then I received this. Now you have the get EDI string. This body string you have. So this body by using this body string you will create an order. Oh, We'll put this as a body. Okay, because like whatever the data you have, you're converting to pivot details, and you'll map back to the original values. Ask me if you have any doubts here. Okay, so now for this service, we are sending the EDA body. So once you go inside the service, now we have the EDA body with the ST segment. What you do the first step? We'll add try catch block again here. First step is convert to used from here or somewhere else. Okay. This is our schema. It's here, correct? So this is schema which you will use, and this is the document which you will receive. We'll start doing the mappings from this service. I don't need the EDA back. Body I may need. Schema I don't need. So that copied the TST segment, but I did not give the name, I think. Don't need ED values also. ED object. Don't need is valid. And if you want to check on the errors, you can check. Errors you can get. Those errors will come like if your data is not proper. We'll debug and see if the correct data is going inside the service or not. This is also important. How do you debug the service? So I'll come till here. Okay, I'm here now, and you will see our data. I have value something, ED body string, and this. So we need only this part, and we'll check whether it's going inside the service or not. Go step into. So we move to the map A50. When you move to map A50, so we are getting all this data, and we are trying to convert header data, and it converted, and it gave you the result like this. That means you are getting the data. So from here, what you take, so take this body data and start running the service individually. You don't need to depend on the main service now. I'm stopping it. So I know the flow is going to that particular service, and for this service input is the EDI body. So I have extracted the body, and I can start debugging individually with that body. So I can run this service independently by passing that body string. Delimiters not set, it will come, because in this case it knows the first ISA segment. By based on the ISA segment, it will identify the delimiters. But this schema won't be able to identify it, because so it's like always treat the delimits from the starting header element. So you have to set them manually. So what we can do, so while you're getting it here in the ICX12, there'll be one field called the delimiters, and you have to pass those delimiters also. Go to pipeline, ICX12DT, you see. Let me run this service. So we may dropping it, I think. Sorry. Is the one. You see this delimiters document, it created automatically, correct? So the same document you have to pass it to that service, or you can anyway it will be in the pipeline. Just copy and come here. Okay. If you run this individually, it won't work. Correct. You don't need to do this mapping also. From the pipeline, it will automatically fix it. Even though you don't have here, right? So when you run the top service, from the top service, this delimiters field will come into the pipeline. Not only this string. So from the previous service also, the fields which you did not drop. So for example, you are calling this service here, correct? And you are passing only the EDI body string to the 850 service. So with this EDI body string, so all these values also will go to inside map EDI 850. Getting it? So when it goes, so this, where is that? The runtime, it will generate this, what do you say? If you select in the results, right? You see? So these delimiters will automatically go inside, because this will also comes in the runtime, and this field will be matched with this inside this. You don't need to pass, like the field will come automatically here and auto mapping will happen in the runtime. But we are into design time. Okay, so the previous service we are not running, only this particular service we are running it. So you may have to give your delimiters. What is the required delimiter? Colon, field is star. So field is greater than, I think. Release character. Field to subfield to record identifier. But that one I'm not able to find. Okay, leave it. Now it's giving us the data. So what I have to do, take a loop and loop for the ST segment, correct? Then my output array I'll declare as my PO, because we have one ST segment, you have to generate one PO. If you have two ST, you have to generate two POs, correct? So that's why I made it PO as my output. And before that, we'll hard code to something else. So that will come to the pipeline. We're just assigning some dummy values so that you can see here. Okay, now what will be the first segment? Purchase order number from VG03. One second. Okay, so this is the VG03. Oh. It's okay. Because it's not hard code one by one, right? That's why we're not able to see all the values together. This one more disadvantage. No, we extracted the P1. Next segment. So receiver done, purchase order number done, vendor ID done, ISIN number also done. So now ship to customer. For the ship to customer, which segment? It's in the ST. Sorry, M1. Correct. If it is ST, you have to take the ship to. If it is a BT, you have to read it as a bill to. So reference, I change the value. And you can see that N1 segment will be the list. And if you are not able to N1 directly, you can see after TD5. Be able to see TD5. TD5 here N1. There will be so many other optional fields which the customer may not using it. Okay, so you are looping over N1, and then You will do a branching on N101, correct? N101 code. It is ST ship to is built in PP build to. Where ST so earlier it was a list element, now it became a single element. N102, right? Because it not reflect. Now shift to build to also we have completed reading it. So we'll just check whether our mappings are correct or not. Interesting. Missing a required property switch at this code. We have put it in the label level, not in the switch level. Correct? It will be always good if you do copy paste. Not, missing a required property switch.
Again, switch is empty.
Why?
Save switch is empty. You didn't save it, no?
It should ask us to save. Weird. Somehow. Okay. So we changed up here. We did not change in the input which we gave. Correct? For this service we gave input, right? So in that input, this is the input, EDA body you gave. In the EDA body, it has both as the same values because we copy pasted. You don't be able to see it. Now we'll see that. N1ST, NVD, XYZ, detail, right? It is a reference where it's reading properly or not. It's saying XYZ retail bill to. So our mappings are correct as of now. So only the pending thing is reading the. So everything what we have done is just development, normal development. So we have not done any extra. Correct or not? So it's not related to EDA actually. Like it's about like how we are reading the message. What's the message you have and how we are reading it. So I don't want to continue from here. I want you to practice it. Even like yesterday, my thought is like if you practice it, this is not a simple. So like the one like which you are seeing here. Once you start writing it, so you'll see like so many things. Even like I told you that header, right? That's a simple step. But if you have tried on your own, you'll be facing so many issues. Okay, I want you to practice it and I want you to make sure like the remaining values will be captured. Okay, if you need some other thing, I can teach you. But like I want you to complete this. Or tomorrow, one hour, like now also, I'm okay. So one of you can come here and you practice it and you write it. I'm okay with it. Or if you need time, I can share this as like whatever I have done, and you do that. But will be good if you practice it. So what happens if I'm writing it? So you'll be just watching it and so you don't think much. Just try that. Like tomorrow we'll see like one more scenario. So not related to EDA.
You can give
Okay.
another document like we have did for 850. We'll go for another one.
Maybe. So 850 like 855 I can teach you.
Order details or something.
Order response we can see. One inbound and one outbound. Okay, that's also mapping only, nothing else. Okay. You have to generate the data, response what the fields you need, and you'll be having the end result. So how do you generate that? Only by using the schema. So what we are doing is like from the schema you're reading it, but that's the reverse. First you will create a document, so you fill the document details, then you'll convert to string. Here you have taken the string, converted document. Correct? That's what we are doing. But in the reverse way, first you will take the document. Anyway, we have the schema. So you not create the document from the schema. First what you do, so anyway we have the document, we'll take the document and we'll fill in the document. Once you complete filling all the data inside the document, and then you'll convert a string. Clearing it, getting it. So then that string you will be sending to the trading networks or partner. Only the mapping, but anyway we can see that, not a problem. So at least like few fields you can see and come to idea like so what we are actually doing it. Okay, that way it will be good. But so if you practice, then I'll be happy.
Here you created two flow services, right? That process orders and lab. How these two are linked? When you are running that, this is getting also affected.
Correct. So when you're running this service, this is where I'm calling the change service. So this map EDA 850, right? So this is a service which we coded now. This just for the modular. You don't want to write like all the line together. For example, say I have orders, order response, okay, change order, invoice, everything in a single flow service. and your code will go like this, like this, like this. That's where I had put a branch and checking which sorry, I'm checking a branch here on which transaction it is. Whether it's 850 or 860 or some. If it is 850, write a separate flow for that. How we handle 850. If it is 860, write a separate flow. How we handle it. If it is 856, write a separate flow. How we will handle it. So this is your main service, which will be divided into subtasks again. Just for reusability, and like it should not affect, like you should not write every code and if some change needed for the 850. Okay, what happens if all the code is here? You will change the service, and the remaining also may affect if there is a problem with that 850. And if you have the separate flow for the 850, only the 850 transaction will be affected, not the remaining apps. And even like I created this document, right? It should be 3 separate documents. The references. The first one will be the header data. It should be a separate document. Okay, and then PO will be a separate document, and then line will be a separate document. So you should have drag and drop it here into the main with the 3 sub services. That's okay. So when you see more services, then you'll come to know that like how you have to do that. You should not keep all in a single. So it's always good to go in the bit and pieces. Because if there is any change, it should not affect all together. It will affect only that particular. We'll stop the recording. I don't know how good today